everyone, it's your girl Donita Divine. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, come on in, sit back and relax, because I'm super excited to take you on a tour of my backyard oasis, my personal slice of paradise. When we first started this journey, our backyard was nothing but a blank slate. But over the years, we put a lot of love and creativity into making it the perfect place to relax and definitely entertain. And while the summer may be winding down, we are already dreaming about what's next. So join me as I walk you through our backyard transformation. Everything from our DIY patio pavers install to our new deck, that's composite of course, and the gazebo setup. And stay tuned, because hopefully next year we'll be planning for a fence, a she shed, and maybe even a hot tub. Let's dive in. When we first built our home, we started off with a blank slate. It was a wide open backyard, just filled with dirt and possibilities, just waiting for some love and creativity. My husband and I was eager to save money because we had already spent a lot of money on this house, and we wanted to put our own stamp on things. So we decided to take on the challenge of installing patio pavers ourselves. When we first started, I decided to make a sketch on and plan exactly how I wanted the backyard to look. I know we had landscaping done on the front. I was like, yeah, I kind of want to have some type of lush greenery and plant life and patio on the back. So I began to sketch it out, adding some bushes, some grass, some plants, and of course, the large 20 by 40 patio pavers. Once we installed the patio pavers, I remember feeling so proud and happy when we were finished. My husband, always the perfectionist, wasn't so completely satisfied. So what did he do? He decided to pull the pavers out and start the process all over again. I couldn't believe all that hard work we had did. He wasn't happy, and he said, don't worry about it. You don't have to do anything. I'm gonna redo it. Because guess what? I was 5 months pregnant. I was just like, no way I'm doing this again. And I decided to just go inside the house and watch him from the window. Once we installed these patio pavers, we decided to add some beautiful bushes around the perimeters and some plant life. And then we had to install the sod for the backyard. And honey, it was a lot of sod. We do have a nice ass backyard. So we were out there rolling it out and making sure that it was connecting just right, and making sure that we watered it every day because we didn't want it to burn and dry out. So that was a process, but when it was done, it was so beautiful and green and lush. Once he was finally satisfied, those pavers became the foundation of wonderful memories. And we hosted countless parties, countless barbecue dinners, and we just enjoyed our outdoor space with our family and our neighbors. And this was the go-to spot. But as time passed, those pavers started to show their age. And in 2021, I decided it was time for an upgrade, a complete backyard makeover. I reached out to a designer on Fiverr and asked them to bring my dream backyard to life. And of course, I had to be practical because I know that it can be pricey. While I initially wanted to have a pool in this whole design thing, it just didn't make sense for us since we only get about 4 good hot months each year in Chicago. And financially, it wasn't the best choice. We hosted countless of barbecues and parties, birthday parties. We hosted wedding anniversary parties. We had our baby shower back there. We had water slides for the kids and jumpers. We had a swing set. It was just, the pavers were a hit. However, I felt like something was missing. It was too open. not personalized, didn't feel like our own personal space. So what I did, I took the renderings from Fiverr and decided to make a change. We decided to replace those pavers with a deck. And not just any deck. We chose composite materials because we didn't want to deal with the maintenance of wood. My husband and I went back out to the backyard and started measuring and pre-planning what we were going to do. We contacted the person that we know from the renovation room that built decks, and he gave us a quote. And honey, the price was pricing. So we decided to save a couple of dollars by pulling up the old pavers, removing those bushes that we installed years ago, which had now grown to like full tall trees, and we put up all the different things that we knew was going to be in the way for the deck. And around September-ish is when the first phase of the deck install began. Since we live in a neighborhood that is considered a suburb, we had to get the HOA to approve the plans. And we had to get permits from the village. And throughout the process, you have to go and get every step of the project approved. So when he put the footings in the ground, that had to be approved. The wood had to be approved. So the process took a little bit longer because we had to get so many things approved. And about 2 months later, the deck was finally finished. Once the deck was installed, it was so beautiful. We were super excited, and we knew that we wanted to make the space even more inviting because it had railings. It drew us into that space. It was just gorgeous. And I knew that I wanted to make it just be jazzy. And so we decided to get a gazebo installed. Couldn't really figure out what size, how close I wanted it to the house, but we got one installed. And then we decided to pick out some more furniture because the old furniture was just so small and this new big deck. So we had to find new furniture, and I looked around and said, hey, something else is missing. The steps from the deck went down to the grass, and I just knew that I didn't really like that. So the following year, I decided to add some more patio pavers around the perimeter to tie it all together. I felt like I wanted to step down into a place where we can barbecue and continue to entertain before we got to the grass. And that was a difference from what we had before. We had the patio pavers and then we went right to the grass. But with this deck, we now have the deck space with the step down to now a patio entertaining space. And it is to die for. So your girl couldn't stop there. I had to sprinkle some Danita Divine magic on the backyard. I decided to install these string lights around the perimeter of the deck. It was a real sexy vibe. And then I got some cozy fire pits underneath the gazebo and on the tables. It warmed up the place. And then I even decided to do a TV stand. So before we had like a small 40-inch television from back in the day, but recently I just changed it to a 65-inch television that just mounts on this TV stand. And we can watch television at any time. So we have created a space that is perfect for both relaxation and entertainment. It's like the best of both worlds. Sometimes we just sit outside and watch TV. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning with the fire pits going and our glass of wine. It is just a real chill, sexy vibe. And that, looking back, I am so glad we made the investment to redo this backyard. It has become our favorite place to unwind, celebrate, and create new memories. I hope you enjoyed seeing the transformation and all of the little details that make this space special to us. And no, this didn't happen overnight. It has taken us years to get to this point. We didn't do everything in one big push. We took our time and did it in phases. From the pavers to the deck to the gazebo, fire pits, and each piece was added when the time was right for us. And while summer is ending, I'm already thinking about what's next. Hopefully, adding a fence, a she shed, and maybe even that hot tub. So this journey isn't over, and stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe for more home projects, lifestyle tips, and everything in between, because your girl got it. What would you like to see more of? More DIY projects? More fashion hauls? More lifestyle vlogs? Let me know down in the comments. So until next time, take care, beautiful souls. And don't forget to enjoy your outdoor spaces. Bye for now.